Tonight on DC News Now, a deadly hit and run in the district has community leaders demanding changes to what they call a dangerous northeast intersection.
This intersection been dangerous for many years, and they don't do anything about it.
New data reveals traffic deaths across the city have doubled since last year. A federal judge issuing a ruling on where the new FBI headquarters will go.
I think it's clear to the court that the FBI should be located in Greenbelt, and so now we just need to make plans to make that happen.
The decision for now keeps plans to build the campus in Maryland.
And after some thunderstorms out there for the day today, we're tracking drier conditions the next few days. More on that coming up.
We're helping you stretch your dollar on your next grocery run, where you can find the lowest prices on produce in the DMV.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran. Chris Flanagan has the night off. Developing tonight in the district, the search for a suspect wanted for shooting and killing a man in Southeast this afternoon. Investigators found the victim on Benning Road. They're now looking for a black four-door Acura with tinted windows and a sunroof. If you have any information, police want to hear from you. Investigators in the district are also looking for the driver who hit and killed a woman in Northeast and took off. It happened last night around 7 at North Capitol Street and New York Avenue. She was rushed to the hospital where she later died. DC News Now's now more on her death, part of the troubling trend in the district. A new report showing there are twice as many deadly crashes in the city from last year. Neighbors are sounding the alarm, saying not enough is being done to prevent these tragedies. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live there in Northeast, where the latest crash happened. And Daniel, that is a very busy stretch. What makes it so concerning, though, for the families in the area?
Susan, New York Avenue is 6 lanes wide, and during rush hour today we saw cars flying through, as well as a lot of people on bicycles and scooters. So neighbors tell me even though they may have the walk sign when they're crossing the street, it may not be so safe. There is a constant flow of traffic at the intersection of New York Avenue and North Capitol Street.
This is a dangerous intersection, though. It really is. You know, it's even more scary to walk the dog.
This intersection been dangerous for many years, and they don't do anything about it.
Neighbors are being more cautious because a woman died Sunday night here after being hit by a car.
I usually come this way, but seeing that happened yesterday, now when I leave out, I got to go that way and cross the street so I can catch the bus to get to school.
Police data updated Monday shows 28 deaths this year compared to 13 this time last year. That's a 115% increase. To put it in perspective, in all of 2025, there were 25 traffic deaths, the lowest since 2012.
They need to do a little bit better, for real, for real.
Data shows the intersection of North Capitol Street and New York Avenue has had at least 6 crashes this year.
This corner here, they needed somebody to direct the traffic, but they come flying through here like as if though they still on the highway.
Now, Mayor Bowser launched a Project Zero initiative back in 2015 with the goal of reducing traffic deaths to 0 by 2024. That, of course, has not happened. We reached out to DDOT for comment on this issue, and we have not heard back. We're live in Northeast. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. Now to this gruesome discovery in Northern Virginia this morning. A woman's body is found right near the parking area for Great Falls. Investigators said the man out for a run discovered the woman, and they say she had been stabbed to death right near her car in a lot that leads to several trails. They're asking for people who might have been in the area around 7 this morning to reach out to help investigators piece together what happened.
Detectives are actively following up on leads. There is no immediate indication that this was a random act. We're asking the community if they saw anything around that time frame to please reach out to us. Police are also asking anyone with video from the neighborhood to also come forward.
Let's take a live look outside on this Monday night, and look at that. So much lightning we've been seeing outside there as we look towards the Washington Monument in the distance, and it has been nonstop. We have our chief meteorologist, Jackie Lair. It feels very summer-like. We saw the same conditions yesterday as well.
Yes, we did, and much of those thunderstorms are mainly south of D.C., so we're seeing a lot of that in the distance there. A lot of lightning strikes. I counted at least over 500 lightning strikes.
Oh my goodness, you didn't individually count them.
No. Thankfully, our computer can do that. Thankfully, it can. But I mean, it's a lot of lightning strikes, and it's just all in this one area, mainly situated across parts of southern Maryland right now. Also wanted to point out that the National Weather Service just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for that cell across parts of Calvert County and St. Mary's County. That goes until 9:45. So it's this area, including Lexington Park. I mean, you're on the leading edge of that severe warned storm, and it's more so associated because of the strong wind gusts associated with this one, and then also, again, torrential downpours leading to low visibility, and then you have that frequent lightning as well. So keep that in mind as that cell continues to slide its way farther south and east. Also has some more thunderstorm activity back out towards the Fredericksburg area as well as Spotsylvania County. Aside from that, much of the activity, like I mentioned, is mainly for our southernmost counties. D.C., we are dry, but it's just quite impressive that we can see how far off in the distance all that lightning farther off towards the southeast. So as we look ahead over the next hour or two, much of that activity will be out of here. I would say by 10 p.m. we're pretty much in the clear. Then we're looking at dry conditions prevailing as we look ahead toward your Tuesday. It'll be another warm day, seasonably warm, upper 80s for those high temperatures. So more on that, look ahead at the rest of that 7-day coming up.
Looking forward to that, Jackie. Thank you. President Trump is again outwardly considering federalizing the district. He made the remarks when he was asked about the possibility of D.C. statehood if Democrats win control. The president calling the district's Democratic mayoral nominee, Janice Lewis George, too radical. Take a listen.
I haven't met, I'm sure she's very nice, but very, very, very radical left. And we would have to federalize D.C. You know, we've made D.C. great. When I got here, it was a very dangerous capital.
Lewis George is the presumptive mayor, as there's no Republican opponent for November's general election, and Congress would need to take away D.C.'s home rule in order to federalize the city. Virginia's governor is stepping between a possible merger between Dominion Energy and Next Era Energy. Governor Abigail Spanberger says the $67 billion deal could lead to higher energy bills for families and end up costing workers their jobs. Virginia-based Dominion Energy has previously stated the merger with the Florida-based power company would provide bill credits for customers, protect jobs, and help meet the Commonwealth's growing energy needs. Now to another illegal blow for the Trump administration that was hoping to move the FBI headquarters down the street in the district. Instead, a federal judge ruling to keep congressionally approved plans to build the new facility in Maryland. DC News Now's Ben Dennis joining us live here in the studio. And Ben, can these plans move forward for the construction to start in Greenbelt?
Well, it certainly clears the way for planning to restart. But yes, this is a blow to the White House here, Susan. The judge did not order the government to start immediately or to set a timeline for the build. They could move forward or appeal and ask a court to put this ruling on hold. However, this judge found Maryland and Prince George's County would suffer irreparable economic harm if the Greenbelt site were abandoned. The General Services Administration selected Greenbelt as a relocation site in 2023. The Trump administration later tried to move the FBI from the Hoover building there to the Reagan building down Pennsylvania Avenue. Here, that building previously housed the now dismantled USAID that was gutted during the Doge cuts. The judge notes that Congress previously limited the government to 3 suburban sites: Greendover and Landover, Maryland, and Springfield, Virginia. The judge found the FBI and GSA did not have the authority to replace Greenbelt with the Reagan building. The court also blocked the FBI from using $555 million to relocate there or renovate or furnish the building. I spoke with Prince George's County Executive Aisha Braveboy about how she sees what's next.
Ball is in the federal government's court, so they really should just comply with the rules. If they don't, then we're going to work with our members of Congress, our senators.
If the federal government, though, continues to resist Greenbelt plans, despite the ruling, is Prince George's County prepared to go back to court?
Yes, we stand prepared to fight.
And in a statement, Governor Wes Moore says President Trump tried to take what Maryland had already won, and he failed, adding, now it is time to stop the games and get to work building the world-class FBI headquarters that our public servants deserve, where it belongs in Prince George's County, Maryland. And Susan, the administration has not said whether it will appeal or ask a court to put the ruling on hold. We did reach out to the White House for comment, the FBI, and the GSA, and we're still waiting to hear back on this developing story.
This is a decades-long plan that continues to drag on.
More drama every day, it seems like.
Indeed. All right, Ben Dennis reporting live for us. Thank you so much. Now we have details, new details on the construction timeline for renovations over at Dulles Airport. The $22 billion project is set to overhaul the facility, adding new concourses and underground tunnels, as well as getting rid of those controversial people movers. Construction is set to start late next year and wrap up in 2039, so a bit of a ways away. The board overseeing the renovations will vote on the proposal on Wednesday. 80,000 students had their first day of classes in Northern Virginia. Loudoun County welcoming kids back to more than 100 campuses. They were also greeted with an updated dress code, including a ban on crop tops or any clothing that shows a student's midriff. Blankets and robes also not allowed, and clothing with hoods must be worn down. School leaders saying that they took in community feedback before making these changes. We have a full slate of Search Your Dollar news as students head back to school. Starting next Monday, we'll be sharing ways to save from clothing to supplies as well as lunches and those last-minute items that we often forget. Tune in to back-to-school coverage all next week.